everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Stan and Ollie. So I don't know if you ever heard of Laurel and Hardy. Might be dating myself, but they're the of overall time like the most popular comedic duo. This is an older one. You might have heard of Abbott and Costello, who's on first. This was the duo before them. So as far as I know. Anyway, this film is about them trying to reignite their career. I'm assuming they had a downturn. They're trying to reignite it, and they go out on the British circuit to do some theater tours. I don't know, but that's all I do know about the movie. Steve Coogan's in it. He plays Laurel, and John C. Reilly plays Hardy. So. And it's 7.3 on IMDb, over 14,850 views have it at a 7.3. So it seems like it could be pretty good, and it's only an hour and 38 minutes long. Biography, comedy, drama. Alright, so let me get into it a little bit here and see what it's really about. I think we have a good idea, but I'll give you a better idea once I watch a little bit and then tell you what I think, so stick around. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Stan and Ollie. We're at the 46-minute, 48-second mark. And just really quick on what it's really the movie's about. So it's the Laurel and Hardy story. And it starts off in 1937 when they're probably at the peak of their career. And you know, they're looking for extra money kinds of things, contracts. They show some scenes. And then it jumps 16 years in the future to 1953, and this is where they're doing their tour, you know, through Britain or wherever they're doing it, over the pond, you know. Yeah, so they're doing this tour where they're going to different theaters and doing their skits, while also preparing for a movie. They're writing a version of Robin Hood that they want to do a movie about, and so they're doing this for money, trying to earn some money, and you know, the ultimate goal is at the end is to create this movie with a producer and things like that. So that's what's going on here. But it's, you know, what a great job these guys have done as acting as Laurel and Hardy. I mean, John C. Reilly is Ollie, and right from the beginning, it's like, wow, if you've ever seen Laurel and Hardy, you would. He does a great job of acting like him, and same thing with Steve acting as Stan. It's amazing. Now John C. Reilly, you can kind of hear him as the movie goes on. It's like, oh yeah, that's John C. Reilly. But when he's doing the skits, you know, and for the most part, I mean, he's really got it locked in on how well he imitates Ollie. So it's really neat to see. I've seen, you know, I haven't seen a lot of their stuff because it was in 1953, or actually in the 40s and 50s. You know, obviously I've seen reruns when I was a child and stuff, but what a great job they're doing. So so there is some humor, but I can also sense that you know, this is like the struggle part of their career, and I can imagine there's going to be some, you know, let down and stuff like that. So anyway, that's more of what it's about. I don't want to spoil any more than that, but if you know who Laurel and Hardy is and you've seen one of their movies, it's worth it to watch this movie and just see John C. Reilly and Stephen Grogan act as Stan and Ollie, or Laurel and Hardy. It's pretty special. So I'll get back to it a little bit more. Probably see at the end, give me my final thoughts, but I don't know what more I have to tell you. But I'm sure there will be some. Alright, I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Stan and Ollie, and I just say I did enjoy the film. A couple of things I'll just call out there. I'm not sure how well this film can stand on its own, meaning that if you've never seen Laurel and Hardy before, you've never heard of them, I'm not sure how people would view this. So, because I don't know if that's what I mean. I don't think it could stand on its own, just telling the story about them. I think you need that. You need the background of knowing who they were and what they did, and maybe even seeing some of their films or some of their acts. That definitely benefited me. If I wouldn't have known it, I don't know how much I would have cared for it, because part of it is seeing the two actors play Laurel and Hardy. I think they did a phenomenal job of bringing them back to our screens. So, and it's all like they show clips at the end of the scenes that were in the movie, but the real life when it actually happened, and how good it was, how well they acted in this. So that's one piece. I'm not sure. So if you haven't seen Laurel and Hardy, I can't promise you'll like this film, but you never know. If you have seen Laurel and Hardy, you definitely got to check this out. The second thing I want to quickly mention too, I think I did see a trailer for this a while ago, and when I saw the trailer, so if you've seen the trailer, maybe it hit me as this is going to be a depressing film, and I kind of alluded to that when I had the first check-in. I thought, okay, now we're going to have a downturn, and it's going to, probably get into turmoil or whatever, and I think it's going to be a little bit depressing. This, I was surprised. It is not depressing at all. Sure, there's bumps along the road as the two of them try and make a little bit of a comeback so that they can make this film. How you can't expect it all to be rainbows and sunshines. And so, but it does not become depressing at all. I really thought that's what was going to happen, and it didn't. Get a little bit of, again, I guess some dramatics in it, but in the end, I'm not going to spoil it for you. But it doesn't. It's not what I thought was coming out of the trailer. So I think if you've seen the trailer, you might have been misled like I was. I don't know. That's all I'll say about that. Phenomenal acting. Loved it a lot. I loved to see as I mentioned in a lot of films, the camaraderie between the two of them. Here they are. They did it for years into 1937 when they were at the peak of their career. They stayed together for another 16 years, and continue to create Laurel and Hardy and create these skits and perform and how they interact. And then they show the clips of their wives at the end too, or at least the pictures. I thought they did a pretty good job at least picking out Stan Laurel's wife. She looked really good. Yeah, Ollie's wife was close, but the other one was a lot closer in image. I don't know how she was in real life, but they were entertaining. They get brought into the film a little bit, and I liked their roles. I thought it was overall really good film. I liked it a lot, being the fact that I did know who Laurel and Hardy were and I actually saw their film. So if you have, definitely check this out. Let me know what you think. And even if you haven't seen any of them or don't know who they are, check it out anyway, because I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. If you don't know who they are and what you thought of the film, can it stand on its own, or were there things missing that maybe somebody who knows who they are picks up on, kind of thing. But that's what I got for you. Love to hear from you. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, all that jazz, and thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.